Hello, Nerdy Librarian here, bringing you episode 29 of this legendary playthrough of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. When last we left Felix Oddball, he had traversed through the snowy wildlands in the northeastern part of Skyrim, heading towards Sorthal, an expedition site that was hosted an expedition from the College of Winterhold, led by Master Tolfdir. He, along with several other ascendant mages, if you will, learners, scholars, entered into this old ruin, this old burial ground, in search of magical artifacts. Felix helped collect some enchanted artifacts upon talking to Arnil Gain, another one of the scholars down below. Grabbing a strange amulet, he was trapped in a room. Placing it around his neck, he was instructed by Master Tolfdir to use magic against a shimmering doorway that had appeared because of the amulet. Doing so, he was able to break through and was freed. He and Master Tolfdir entered into a chamber where Felix was given a vision by a member of the Psijic Order, warning of a series of events that had been set in motion. At that moment, Master Tolfdir and Felix were accosted by Draugr and managed to fend them off. They continued to traverse into the ruin of Sorthal, delving deeper and deeper, encountering Draugr along the way. Felix, using his intellect and planning accordingly, he managed to trap some of the Draugr behind a gate that he managed to activate and dispatch them forthwith. He met back up with Master Tolfdir, and they entered into bottom chamber with a large blue orb that was rotating in place, and one more Draugr with the name Gunderson attached to it. Tolfdir was able to use magic against this strange magical sphere, allowing Felix to take down this Gunderson. And now he has been tasked with taking the news of the discovery to the Archmage. And that is where we pick up. That's where we pick this tale up. So, Felix, how are you going to escape from here, huh? Where are you going to go?
This is simply fascinating.
Ah, there's a door on the other end here. Good. It's kind of hard to see in here, which we have to continue to be careful because just getting to here, there were a series of magical glyphs and that sort of thing. Ooh, good. A word wall and a chest. What do we have here? Elven arrows. Gold. Spelltome paralyzed? I'm reading that. Oh, we have just found one of the funniest spellbooks that you can find in-game. Also one of the most valuable. Ooh, we learned Ice Form. Excellent. Well, let's get back up to the excavation and get to the Archmage. We haven't a moment to lose. Okay. Ah, there it is. There's the handle. Sometimes they hide them a little bit. Okay. Let's hope we don't have to contend with any dragons, like last time. Start this thing off on a better note, you know? One that doesn't involve being absolutely wrecked. Thank you very much. Okay, good. As far as I know, we made it safely, unless a dragon shows up behind me. Back to the College of Winterhold. Oh. Let's take this to the Archmage. He needs to know right away. If it'll let me. Yes, I can go into the Archmage's quarters. Good. Archmage. Oh no.
You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
Sorry to wake you. No, sir.
Sir? How quaint. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear?
Absolutely. I need to speak to you about Sarthol.
Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now.
No, we found some sort of orb. Tofter wanted you to see it.
I see. I trust that Toftir will provide a more specific explanation. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Toftir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Ooh, Staff of Mage Light.
Now,
He has a lot more dialogue options that we could go through, but right now we're in the middle of something. It is this way, right? Yeah, here we go. Oh. Okay. It's a little early in the morning, as...
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Of course. You must be Ulag.
Hundreds
Or
of years
Urag,
have gone into
sorry.
assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
Absolutely. I need to learn about something we found in Sorthol, Urag.
I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh? Well, you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway.
You don't have anything that can help with this.
I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn.
I'll see what I can do. But doesn't anyone care that Orthorn stole things from the college?
Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out. Although now it looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that.
Thank you. I'll do what I can. One more thing. Who is this Orthorn?
He was an apprentice here at the college. Not very skilled, but got involved with a group of mages who took a liking to him. When they left, he took off after them. Stole supplies and books from the college. I suppose as a way to ingratiate himself.
Alright. Oh, why are these mages in Felglow Keep?
Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave.
We'll do that dialogue option.
You there.
Wait, oh.
I have questions for you. You were in Sarthor, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there.
Yes, we did. I just informed the Archmage. I don't know you, though.
I am well aware. Tolfdir is still in Sarthor, is he? I shall be expecting a full report from him when he returns.
Why does any of this matter to you? This is the first time I have seen you step foot in this college.
Something was discovered in Sarthor that was significant enough that Tolfdir sent a new member of the college alone to deliver word. That sounds precisely like the sort of thing that should matter to everyone, especially me. Thank you for your help. You may go now.
See, he just shows up with little to no warning. And honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea who he is.
Are you quite sure we need to be speaking?
He is also extremely rude, incompetent. Should I say more? I kind of want to roast. I just want to roast the guy. He's a jerk. Sorry, I've played multiple playthroughs of this game, so knowing what I know about that guy, just wait till we get a little later in. You'll see. But right now, we have more important things to worry about. Like tracking down information on this orb. Which requires going to Felglow Keep, which is pretty far up here. Of course, it's a location I haven't gone to yet in game. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get there. And then, well, there's definitely going to be some combat. Uh-oh. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. No, no, no. Not today. Okay, there's that dragon I was worried about. It finally showed up. Well, if I can get those wolves to distract it for a little bit, maybe I can use the mages at Felglow Keep to harry it a little bit. Give it a bat. Oh no. So, do you see what is to my left there? Or right in front of me there? There is a dragon perched at a... Well, it's a dragon has taken up residence right there. Which is very bad for me. And then there's that frost dragon over there. Also very bad for me and my health. But we have made it to Felglow Keep. So I'm going to quick save. And maybe that dragon will leave me alone. Potentially. Is that an ice wolf that followed me? Is that what that is? Yeah. Huh. Seems to have run off a little bit. Oh, there it is, there it is. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, ski. Got it. Oh, man. I like being able to do that. Okay. Oh, what's the arrow drop going to be on this? Oh, that went way over their head. I can guarantee that. Yeah, no, I'm just continuing to miss. Maybe it's more of a straight shot than I think it is because I have higher elevation, which is entirely possible. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely how it's going. Oh, cinematic. I used to be an astronaut like you, then I took an arrow. Yeah, that. Oh boy. Okay, so maybe a slight amount of arrow drop with you. An apprentice fire mage. Good to know. Oh, you stood still for too long, mate. Oh no. Okay, and then there's another one that's heading over there. Ice Mage Adept. So they're gonna have more more defense and a larger health pool. Got it. Good to know. There they are. Okay. I am depleting my stamina here, so I need to be kind of careful with that. Okay, good. Good. They walked into that. Oh, missed it. Okay, missed that. They know roughly where I'm at, so I'm going to move back here. Because I don't want to get too close to a magic user. Because they can do a load of hurt because I don't have enchantments I would normally like to have in game. But that was relatively simple. Also, a little too simple. But I can confirm I'm still playing on Legendary. I've been playing on Legendary the entire time. They just don't really have a lot of armor, seeing as how they wear robes. Yeah, no armor class there. I believe I have a certain blacksmith that needs some fire salts. Yeah. I have 7 of 10 to give to Balman. And then this guy was knocked off the tower. There they are. Ooh, a small pearl. Excellent. I like that. Yeah, no, that went fairly well. That was fairly pain-free. Excellent. Let's just search the exterior here. Just exterior here. I was trying to combine 2 words there, and I think it was failing. Coin purse, and then here's Felglow Keep proper, but we need a key to get in there. So instead, we're gonna have to enter in through what appears to be the basement. The dungeons. Dungeons is a better word for it. What have we got here? We got anything good here? Ooh, cobwebs. Excellent. And a bucket with Skellyfoliota. Alright, I'll take a couple of those. Well, since this is magic users we're going up against, I wouldn't put it past them to have put runes down somewhere. I really wouldn't. Okay. So, let's proceed with caution, check for traps as we go.
What is it? Test subject. Go, my pets, attack!
A test subject? I don't know what I just wandered into. I don't think I want to... Oh gosh. Oh boy, that's your experiment? Ooh, missed it. You think you can just control frostbite spiders? Man, that's disgusting. Okay, we're getting close and carry away, so I'll need to be careful of that. Come on. There we go. The arrow drop can get a little weird when you're close to range, because it first goes up and then it goes down. We've read mixed unit tactics, I believe, before. Although, I mean, we can look at it. By Coda's Colonus, the legions could learn from the unconventional tactics used by the Khajiit in the 5 years' war against Valenwood. I was stationed at Finksmoth Legion Fort, on the border near Dune, and witnessed many of the northern skirmishes firsthand. The war started with the so-called Slaughter of Corfu. The Khajiit claim that the Bosmer invaded the city without provocation and killed over 1,000 citizens before being driven off by reinforcements from a nearby jungle tribe. The Bosmer claim that the attack was in retaliation for Khajiit bandits who were attacking wood caravans headed for Valenwood. In the spring of Third Era, 396, the war moved closer to Fort Sphinx Moth. I was posted on lookout and saw parts of the conflict. I later spoke with both Khajiit and Bosmer who fought in the battle, and it will serve as an excellent example of how the Khajiit used a mixture of ground and tree units to win the war. The Khajiit began to fight in an unusual way by sending tree-cutting teams of Katharat and the fearsome Sancherat, or battle cats, into the outskirts of Valenwood's forests. When word reached the Bosmer that trees were being felled, allegedly a crime in the strange Bosmerian region, a unit of archers were dispatched from larger conflicts in the south. The Bosmer were thus goaded into splitting their forces into smaller groups. The Bosmer archers took up positions at the remaining trees, whose branches were now 20 or more feet apart, allowing some light into the forest floor. The Bosmer bent the remaining trees with their magics into small fortifications from which to fire their bows. When the tree cutters arrived the next morning, a half-dozen Khajiit fell to the Bosmer arrows in the first volley. After that, the Khajiit took large wooden shields from the backs of the Sancherat and made a crude shelter. The Khajiit, even the enormous Sancherat, were able to hide behind the shelter in one of the larger trees. When it became apparent that the Khajiit would not leave their shelter, some Bosmer chose to descend and engage the Khajiit sword to claw. When the Bosmer were nearly upon the shelter, one of the Khajiit began playing on a native instrument of plucked metal bars. This was a signal of some kind, and a small group of the men like Omes and Omezrat emerged from covered holes on the forest floor. Although outnumbered, they were attacking from behind by surprise and won the ground quickly. The Bosmer archers in the trees would have still won the battle were they not having troubles of their own. A group of Dage and Dagerat, two of the less common forms of Khajiit, who live in the trees of the Tenmer forest, jumped from one tree to another under a magical cover of silence. They took up positions in the higher branches that could not hold a Bosmer's weight. When the signal came, they used their claws in either torches or spells of fire. Accounts from the two survivors I spoke with vary on this point, to distract the archers while the battle on the ground took place. A few of the archers were able to flee, but most were killed. Apparently, the Dage and Dagirat have more magical ability than is widely believed, if they were able to keep themselves magically silenced for so long. One of the surviving Bosmer told me that he saw a few ordinary cats among the Dage, and even claimed that these ordinary cats are known as Alfik, and that they were the spellcasters, but Bosmer are almost as unreliable as the Khajiit when it comes to truth, and I cannot believe that a house cat can cast spells. I find that insulting. At the end of the day, the Khajiit lost perhaps a half-dozen fighters out of a force of no more than 4 dozen, while the Bosmer lost nearly an entire company of archers. The survivors were unable to report back before a second company of archers arrived, and this strategy was repeated again, with similar results. Finally, a much larger force was sent, and the Bosmer won that battle with the help of the native animals of Valenwood. That third skirmish and the Khajiit response I will discuss in the second volume of this series. Alright. Well, that was kind of interesting. I mean, seeing as how Felix himself is a Khajiit. That's a booby trap. Let's just jump over that. And then there's a rune on the floor there. See, I knew there were going to be runes. I knew it. Might help to cast some candlelight here. Just so we can see what we're doing. We have a door here. Oh, this appears to be the toilet room. Ooh, some glass armor. I'll go ahead and take that. Never mind, it seems to be an armory of sorts. Yeah, if I can enchant that glass armor, that would be excellent. Because I picked up some glass items before, I think. Yeah, glass gauntlets and glass helmet, and I have a glass shield. So I just need boots, because this is a much better, well, it's a better armor set than what I'm currently wearing with Felix here. It's just the enchanting becomes so imperative that I want to make sure that I have the necessary equipment for that. Okay, so coming back this way, let's get the ebony bow back out. Scratch that. I want to take that rune off the board. Got it. Yeah, magic is the best way to take care of those. And then it looks like we stirred up a little bit of trouble at the bottom, which is fine. We have a conjurer there. Missed the shot. Oh, come on, conjurer. You can do better than that. Come on. Okay, good. The candlelight wore off. That's a very good sign. Appears to be some sort of, well, it's a dungeon and torture chamber, apparently. Yeah. And setting a magical rune of my own it's not going to do really any damage because it's legendary. Because I can get 3 times sneak attack with the bow. And runes, setting runes won't do nearly that amount of damage. Okay. It looked like something was spotting us, by the way. Oh. Or someone. Oh. That's a blooded vampire. Ah! Yeah, that's a vampire. I don't want to touch that. Or I don't want to deal with that. Thank you very much.
Out of the way, meat.
Don't call me meat. I don't appreciate that. What I also don't understand is how they managed to capture the vampires. Like, you'd think that would be an extremely difficult thing to do. As well as, most vampires are known for being very villainous. Yeah. I'm gonna put some points into Magicka. Magicka is getting to be kind of useful up to this point. Oh, enchanting's 80. Did I? Okay, I did already put a point into that. Do I want to go ahead and put that on there in preparation for that? Or... No. Put a point into light armor smithing, so that once we can get up to glass-smithing, we can go ahead and do that. And then look into the smithing with the Saints and Seducers. The Saints and Seducers expansion add-on. Okay. Coin purse. A lot of glass items here, which makes me suspect that this might have been a former a base that formerly belonged to elves of some sort. Okay, need to back up a little bit, because there were more individuals there than I thought there were. Once again, I'm going to try to keep this episode shorter if I can. Ooh, a Storm Mage Adept. This is a no healing zone. I saw that. None of that. Denied. Okay, we already have fast healing, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Okay. A master vampire that has been dispatched. So it would appear that they have been experimenting on vampires here. Torturing them. Oh. Ooh. Fire Mage Adept. Trusty bow. Does it again. Cool. Okay, it looks like this is the way we need to go. I'm going to go ahead and quick save in case there are any runes that I step on stupidly, like landmines. Let's continue forwards here. Ooh. Hello.
Go, boys!
That was a quick clear out. Hey, this is Orthorn.
The lever, right there in the center. Hurry, before more of them show up. Oh, you've saved me. Thank you so much. Who knows what they'd have done to me if you hadn't come along? I promise I'll help you get out of here.
Now where are the books, Orthorn?
The books? Oh, I see. I thought perhaps... Well, I thought you'd come for me. But yes, the books. The caller will have them. She was most interested in one of the volumes. Although not interested enough to keep me from being locked up.
You should get yourself to safety, Orthorn, and then perhaps think about why you got yourself locked up.
Don't you need my help?
Well, you're right. I could use some help.
I shall do my best.
Honestly, having a little help with this would not hurt. Ooh. Oh, put an arrow in the door, okay. What's in here? Is this, what have we got here? We got anything good here? Oh, is this a place? Is this oh, no, it continues down, it looks like. Okay. Well then. Ooh, a practice chamber. Okay. I'll let Orthorn deal with them. Potentially. He's doing a pretty good job. Now I can once again do some crowd control here. Especially since that Atronach is keeping them occupied. That Storm Mage is going to be pretty dangerous there in the corner. Oh, I think I unicorned to the Storm Mage. Yeah, I don't want to get into melee with him either because he's got some sort of Storm Cloak. Not like the Storm Cloak army in this, but you know, like a Lightning Cloak. Good. Yeah, no one seems to have anything that's too spectacular, too interesting. Yeah, they were doing some practice down here. But glad we got that. I'm glad we got that straightened out. So, should be clear down in the dungeons, as far as I know. Which means, next stop, upstairs. It requires a key to open? Well, what do these levers do? No clue. Did I just miss a key somewhere? Is that? I mean, I know that's probably a thing. Dagger, some food. Ooh, petty soul gem. That's not a key, but I'll take it. I'll always take those. Okay, that was that. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, sorry. Just trying to find the key, friend. And maybe, you know, maybe the key is down here. Jasmine grapes. Iron arrow. Okay, that's a ruined book. Oh, here we go. Garlic braid? Okay, absolutely. Oh, here we go.
Necromancers, be careful.
Oh. A novice necromancer? Ha. Alright. Well, looks like we got some stuff done there. Excellent. The Undercroft indeed. Well, glad to know it's been cleared out. Ooh, Spell Tome raise zombie? Absolutely. Oh, I already know that one? Oh, right. That's reanimate a weak one. Got it. Got it. Literally, I've got it. Already got it. Yeah. And since it's dark in here...
Why did I ever come here?
Oh, that's caved in. Okay, we'll go this way. We shall go this way. Sorry about that bright light right in your eyes there. Ooh, coin purse, excellent. Lesser soul gem, absolutely. Okay, this seems to be where we need to go. Hang on.
Be careful.
I'll let you go ahead, Orthon. Whoa! Flame Atronach. Well, that might. Brother! Brother! Uh-oh. That's going to explode. Knew it. Yep, and while it's sitting there smoldering, I will take the fire salts from that. Oh, you thought you could run away in here. Oh, you fool. Just make sure there aren't any glyphs in this chamber, because that would be bad. We've come this far. We can't afford to step on a landmine. Ooh, whole bunch of other dots in there. And we'll just take their soul gems while we're here. Why not? It's not like they're gonna need them after this. Little tavern area, it looks like.
What was that?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a big boy. Ooh, the Doors of Oblivion. Can't believe we were missing that. By Safe Age. By Safe Age. When thou enterest into Oblivion entereth into thee. Nay, Terror. The greatest mage who ever lived was my master Morian Zenas. You have heard of him as the author of the book on Oblivion, the standard text for all on matters Daedric. Despite many entreaties over the years, he refused to update his classic book with his new discoveries and theories because he found that the more one delves into these realms, the less certain one is. He did not want conjecture, he wanted facts. For decades before and after the publication of On Oblivion, Xenos compiled a vast personal library on the subject of Oblivion, the home of the Daedra. He divided his time between this research and personal magical growth, on the assumption that should he succeed in finding a way into the dangerous world beyond and behind ours, he would need much power to wander its dark paths. 12 years before Xenos began to journey, he had prepared his life to make here. He hired me as his assistant. I possessed the 3 attributes he required for the position. I was young and eager to help without question. I could read any book once and memorize its contents, and despite my youth, I was already a master of conjuration. Xenos too was a master of conjuration, indeed a master at all the known and unknown schools, but he did not want to rely on his ability alone. In the most perilous of his research, in an underground vault, he had summoned Daedra to interview them on their native land, and for that he needed another conjurer to make certain they were. They came, were banned, and were sent away again without incident. I will never forget that vault, not for its look, which was plain and unadorned, but for what you couldn't see. There were scents that lingered long after the summoned creatures had left, flowers and sulfur. Sex and decay, power and madness, they haunt me still to this very day. Conjuration, for the layman unacquainted with its workings, connects the caster's mind with that of the summoned. It is a tenuous link, meant only to lure, hold, and dismiss, but in the hands of a master, it can be much stronger. The Sishaks and Dwemer can, in the Dwemer's case, perhaps I should say, could connect with the minds of others and converse miles apart, a skill that is sometimes called telepathy. Over the course of my employment, Xenos and I developed such a link between one another. It was accidental, a result of 2 powerful conjurers working closely together, but we decided that it would be invaluable should he succeed in traveling to Oblivion, since the denizens of that land could be touched even by the skills of an amateur conjurer. It was possible we could continue to communicate while he was there, so I could record his discoveries. The doors of Oblivion, to use Morian Xenos' phrase, are not easily found, and we exhausted many possibilities before we found one where we held the key. The Sijaks of Ardeum have a place they call the Dreaming Cave, where it is said one can enter into Daedric realms and return. Lachesis, Sothatzil, Nemeti, and many others have been recorded as using this means, but despite many entreaties to the Order, we were denied its use. Salarus, the leader of the Order, has told us it has been sealed off for the safety of all. We had hopes of using the ruins of the battle spire to access Oblivion. The Weir Gate still stands, though the old proving grounds of the Imperial Battle Mages itself was shattered some years ago in Jadar Thorn's time. Sadly, after an exhaustive search through the detritus, we had to conclude that when it was destroyed, all access to the realms beyond the Sokan, the Shade Palace, and the Havoc Wellhead had been broken. It was possible for the good, but it frustrated our goal. The reader may have heard of other doors, and he may be assured we attempted to find them all. Some are pure legend, or at any rate, not traceable based on the information left behind. There are references in lore to Marok's Abyss, the Corinthian Mirror, the Mantalan Crooks, the Crossroads, the Mouth, a riddle of an alchemical formula called Jacinth, and the Rising Sun, and many other places and objects that are said to be doors, but we could not find. Some exist, but cannot be entered safely. The whirlpool in the Abyssian called the Maelstrom of Baal can make ships disappear and may be a portal into oblivion, but the thrum of riding its waters would surely slay any who tried. Likewise, we did not consider it worth the risk to leap from the Pillar of Thras, a 1,000-foot tall spiral of coral. Though we witnessed the sacrifices the Slodes made there, some victims were killed by the fall, but some indeed seemed to vanish before being dashed on the rocks. Since the Slode did not seem certain why some were taken and some died, we did not favor the odds of the plunge. The simplest and most maddeningly complex way to go into oblivion was simply to cease to be here, begin to be there. Throughout history, there are examples of mages who seem to travel to the realms beyond our seemingly at will. Many of these voyagers are long dead. They ever existed, but we were able to find one still living, in the tower off Zafirberal Bay, on the island of Vardenfell, in the province of Morrowind. There exists a very old very reclusive wizard named Devarar Fear. He was not easy to reach, and he was reluctant to share with Moira and Xenos the secret door to oblivion. Fortunately, my master's knowledge of law impressed Fear. He taught him the way. I would be breaking my promise to Xenos and Fear to explain the procedure here, and I would not divulge it even if I could. If there is dangerous knowledge to be had, that is it. But I do not reveal too much to say that Fear's scheme relied on exploiting a series of portals to various realms created by a Telvanni wizard long missing and presumed dead. Against the disadvantage of this limited number of access points, we weighed the relative reliability and security of passage and considered ourselves fortunate in our informant. Mori and Xenos then left this world to begin his exploration. I stayed at the library to transcribe his information and help him with any research he needed. Dust, he whispered to me on the first day of his voyage. Despite the inherent dryness of the word, I could hear his excitement in his voice echoing in my mind. I can see from one end of the world to the other. In a million shades of grey, there is no sky or ground or air, only particles floating, falling, whirling about me. I must levitate and breathe by magical means. Xenos explored the nebulous land for some time, encountering vaporous creatures and palaces of smoke. Though he never met the prince, we concluded that he was in Ashpit, said to be the home of Malakath, where anguish, betrayal, and broken promises like ash filled the bitter air. The sky is on fire, I heard him say as he moved on to the next room. The grandest sludge but reversible. I see blackened ruins all around me like war was fought here in the distant past. The air is freezing. I cast blooms of warmth all around me, but it still feels like daggers of ice stabbing me in all directions. This was Kultalba, where Moloch Bala was prince. It appeared to be Xenos, as if it were a future nun under the king of Rim, desolate and battered, filled with suffering. I could hear Mori and Xenos weeping at the emergency zone, and shivered at the sight of the imperial palace, spattered with blood and excrement. Too much beauty, Xenos gasped when he went to the next room. I'm half blind. I see flowers and waterfalls, majestic trees, a city of silver, but it's all a blur. The colors run like water. It's raining now, and the wind smells like perfume. This surely is Moonshadow, where Zora dwells. Xenos was right, and astonishingly, he had audience with the Queen of Dusk and Dawn in her Rose Palace. She listened to his tale with a smile and told him of the coming of the Nervine. My master found Moonshadow so lovely he wished to stay there, half blind, forever, but he knew he must move on and complete his journey of discovery. I'm in a storm, he told me as he entered the next room. He described the landscape of dark, twisted trees, howling spells, and billowing mist. And I thought he might have entered the deadlands of Mineral's Dagon. But then he said quickly, No, I'm no longer in a forest. There's a flash of lightning. Now I'm on a ship. The mast is tattered. The crew is slaughtered. Something is coming through the waves. Oh, God, wait. Now I'm in a dank dungeon, in a cell. It was not in the deadlands, but Quagmire, the nightmare realm of Vernima. Every few minutes there was a flash of lightning, and reality shifted, always to something more horrible and horrifying. A dark castle one moment, a den of ravening beasts the next, a moonless swamp, a coffin where he was buried alive. Fear got the better of my master, and he quickly passed to the next room. I heard him laugh. I feel like I'm home now. Moray and Xenos described him an endless library, shelves stretching on in every direction, stacks on top of stacks. Pages floated on mystical wind that he could not feel. Every book had a black cover with no title. He could see no one, but felt the presence of ghosts moving through the stacks, rifling through books, ever searching. It was Apocrypha, the home of Armaeus Mora, where all forbidden knowledge couldn't be found. I felt a shudder in my mind, but I could not tell if it was my master's or mine. Mora and Xenos never traveled to another realm that I know of. Throughout his visits to the first 4 realms, my master spoke to me constantly. Upon entering the Apocrypha, he became quieter, as he was lured into the world of research and study. The passions that had controlled his heart while on Earth, I would frantically try to call to him, but he closed his mind to me. Then he would whisper, "This cannot be. No one would ever guess the truth. I must learn more. I see the world, a last illusion shimmer. It is crumbling all around us." I would cry back to him, begging him to stop, to tell me what was happening, what he was seeing, what he was learning. I even tried using conjuration to summon him, as if he were a cage himself, but he refused to leave. Mora and Xenos was sadly lost. I last received a whisper from him 6 months ago. Before then, it had been 5 years, and 3 before that. His thoughts are no longer intelligible in any language. Perhaps he is still an apocrypha, lost but happy, in a trap he refuses to escape. Perhaps he slipped between the stacks and passed in the madhouse of Shoggoth, losing his sanity forever. I would save him if I could. I would silence his whispers if I could. Oh man. Wow, that definitely takes some unpacking there. Of course they had to call Frost Atronach. Frost Atronachs are known for being extremely tanky. I'm glad we got the chance to read that book there in the middle of Voltage Chaos, because, well, this is certainly something. I'm not holding back. Orthorn, I'm not holding back. Frost salt's excellent. Okay, well, that definitely caused a commotion. I know we attracted the attention of a few other magic users in this place. Yeah, there they are. They're searching about. I can see them.
Be careful.
Oh, you tell me to be careful. Here you go. Oh, good. He conjured a familiar, it looks like. Distracted him. Novice Storm Mage? Easy. Oh boy. Well, this definitely turned into a bit of a war zone, more than I was expecting. Oh, ow, hot, oh, hot, oh, ow, oh, that was bad. Ooh. Yeah, almost got one shot by a fire spell there. What's he doing? He's just fisticuffs? Ooh, she got ragdolled. That is the way, Orthorn. I need to be able to take this person on. Oh, really? Did I forgot to quick save too, didn't I? Friendly fire's a thing in this. Well, that's
careful. Never should have come here.
Yeah, so apparently you can actually commit friendly fire on Orthorn. Good to know. No, I'll just close the door on you. Where am I? Oh, it's a dead end. But run for it! Run away. Ooh. Okay, we'll leave Orthorn to take care of that mess. Yeah, so apparently you can commit friendly fire on him. Well, let's get some fire salts here while we're at it.
Where are you?
Excellent. Oh. Oh. I didn't realize that was where you were at. Oh. You jerk. You jerk.
Must kill.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, they brought her back. A Daedra heart, though. Wow. Okay. That was
Where are you?
fairly worthwhile.
Can't hide from me.
Oh. Isn't this interesting? Oh. Wait. So if he's stuck in the door like that, does that mean?
Mercy!
Oh, we can definitely hit him with melee. That's definitely a thing. Oh. Okay. Think we're good to go. I think we cleared him out. Just another fine example of why you ought to quick save. This definitely raises a question, though. Where did Orthorn end up at? And also, where did that book that I read end up at as well? Confused. Because it should have been sitting here on this pedestal, this podium, right? Here it is. Yep, there it is. Got it. We're good. Now let's find Orthorn. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's dead? In game? How? What happened? What happened to him? No, absolutely not. That is not how things are going. I'm keeping this guy alive. So, hold up, then. Okay. I think he's still in combat here, which is good for me. Okay, yep, he is still alive.
I knew it.
Ooh. That Atronach wants me. Oh, you jerk. Got sneak attack damage on it. Excellent. Okay. Nope. Orthorn gets slain regardless. Okay. Well, whatever. I mean, I say whatever, but it's definitely a shame that happened. I wish we could have prevented that, but on Legendary, I guess it wasn't going to be possible. With that in mind, okay, we can't get through there because we need a key. Okay, more fire salts. Oh no. Woo. Yeah, this just went from bad to worse. I'm going to wrap this one up in about 15 minutes if we can't get all the way through here. You know, trying to keep these episodes a little bit shorter than I have in the past. Just, there are a lot of magic users to fight through here, so hope you understand. Ooh. What is going on over there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That Atronach's going on a rampage. Uh-oh, stinky. It's not even my Atronach. That's the hilarious thing about this. Well, whose Atronach is it then? Well, it's my problem now. Uh-oh. Got it. Claim the frost salts, that's good. We're getting close in carry weight, which is an issue here. I know it definitely has to do with that glass armor we picked up.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely too bad about Orthorn, but we have to move on. We have to keep going.
Is someone there?
Oh, that went right through his head, Ox. Ooh, nice cinematic. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so there are a lot of different directions we can go here. Ooh. Definitely use that because I didn't have that one before. So the spell book. Soul Trap. It's good situationally, but other than that, it's not my favorite spell wise. Just because I can have an enchanted item that does that already, which is arguably much better for that sort of thing. Right, it's the poop corner. Good to know. Coin purse. Oh, I didn't need the tankard, but I'll take that. Let's go ahead and, ooh, Dwemer Cup, we can get rid of that as well. Firewood. That's taking up 15 carry weight. Yeah, we'll just store that here. Why not? See, now we have 17 carry weight left to be able to utilize. Excellent. Okay. Let's head up the stairs here. Past the Ace Mage Adept. Ooh. That door is barred from the other side. Greater Soul Gem. Is this? Ooh, Quicksilver ingots. Okay. Why not? I'll take those. It's not like Quicksilver ore. Oh. An unusual gem. Excellent. How many of those am I up to now? I'm up to 5 of those. I believe there are 24 unusual gems in the entire game. So, they're definitely a thing. So, since that door's locked, let's head this way and up these steps. It appears to be a library, and you know what? I said I was going to proceed, but I think this is a good place to stop. This dusty, dingy library. As Felix continues to traverse his way through Felglow Keep, will he be able defeat the rest of the mages that have taken up residence here, and find the information that he seeks. Sadly, having to leave without Orthorn, because Orthorn apparently still managed to get offed somehow, and it wasn't Felix who did it this time. I say this time because we definitely accidentally did first time around. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'll definitely be making more of these. And next episode, we will get to see the conclusion of traversing Fort Felglow. Well, Nerdy Librarian, signing off. Thank you for watching.